Alright, this is a tutorial on how to save your blocks so that you can access them later and in other drawings. First, you got to create a block. We know that. So let's go ahead and just draw something. It can be anything. You know, a circle with a line going through it, something like that. Alright. Now, to make this available later on, what I need to do first is turn it into a block. So I've got to insert, create block, and of course make sure that specify on screen right here under base point is checked, and under objects specify on screen is also checked. Also double check this. It should already be by default set to convert to block, but if not, make sure it is set to convert to block. Okay, so I'm just going to call it a circle thingy. Okay, and click OK. Specify the insertion point. That looks like a good point. Now we want to select the whole thing, click enter. So now we have a block. Now to make this accessible on other plans, on other drawings and other projects or whatever, you're going to use something called AutoCAD Design Center. So I'm going to type in the letters ACD, AutoCAD Design Center, and there it is right there. Click, maybe. Okay, let me try that one more time. ADC. Oh, there it is. Actually, I clicked on something else. That wasn't the right one. So anyway, here's AutoCAD Design Center. Now what I'm doing is I'm looking for this particular drawing. I have not saved this drawing yet, so I need to do that first. And I'm going to click on the Save button and just name it circle thingy. Okay, save. Alright, now of course I might have to go back in here and refresh this. Let me try it. But you're going to go into the Design Center. A lot of times it'll open up in the right spot. If not, go to Users and then go to your name. Alright, and then we want to go to Documents, which is naturally where AutoCAD saves files at, unless you have it save them somewhere else. So I'm going to click on Documents, scroll down, and these are all of my CAD documents, and I really should have a separate folder for them. But I'm going to look for the circle thingy file, which is right here. I'm going to click on the plus mark next to it to open it up, and here it has blocks. So I click on blocks, and there is the circle thingy. Alright, now what I want to do is add the circle thingy to a tool palette. So I'm going to click to select and then create tool palette. Now if I click on create tool palette, it's going to create a whole new tab for this. And this is, you know, what happens. Okay, create tool palette. So now I have a whole new tab that I just created right here. New palette. I'll rename that, okay, circle palette, and I'll just delete it later. Oops. Okay, I think that's how you spell palette. Alright, and what I want to do is drag this over to it. And there, I've got my circle thingy and the circle palette. Alright, another way to do this is the same way, but you want to call up your tool palette. Let's say I don't want to create a new tab in my tool palette. So I'll just type in tool. Oops. Let me try that one more time. Tool palettes. If you type the word tool, then tool palette should be one of the first choices. Click on tool palette, and then there's your tool palette. Now I can really just choose any one of these. Maybe I have a tab already set aside for just weird stuff. This one has my doors and windows, so I'll just put it on this one. And then just drop it anywhere. You can see that black line going horizontally saying where it can be dropped at. And now the circle thingy is in that tool palette. Okay, so again, AutoCAD Design Center is what you want to get to. Well, let's go through that one more time. Say, I want to open AutoCAD Design Center, ADC Center. Click on that. Find the file, and you have to have saved the file first. But find the file in your documents. And remember, when you first open this, it may not show your file. So you'll click on Users, click on your name, and then find your documents, and then the file. Click on Blocks to bring the blocks. They're in that particular file. Okay. To get your tool palette up, just type Tool Palette anywhere in the screen. Tool Palette, and then drag and drop. Or you can right click it and create a new tool palette. I would only do the create a new tool palette if you have a whole bunch of blocks of a certain type and you want to create a specific palette just for those. Just kind of like I have my windows and doors. I actually created those after doing a design, and just decided to take all of those window and door blocks and put them on one tool palette. I hope that made sense. Okay.